Hello class, here we are going to discuss about single phase induction motor. Earlier we have seen three phase induction motor, their construction, operation types and application. Now we are moving towards single phase induction motor. Under this also we are going to see about the construction, operation types of single phase induction motor. For domestic and commercial applications, single phase motors are more preferable over three phase induction motor because from utility only single phase supply is available. So in this type of application the three phase induction motor cannot be used. If we have availability of single phase, then we will go with a single phase induction motor. Now move towards the construction of a single phase induction motor. A single phase induction motor is similar to that of three phase squirrel cage induction motor, except there is a single phase two windings instead of three phase three winding in three phase induction motor, which are mounted on the stator, and the cage winding rotor is placed inside the rotor, which freely rotates with the help of mounted bearings on the motor shaft. Yes, we also seen that there is a rotor on the shaft. The construction of single phase induction motor is similar to the construction of three phase induction motor. Only the difference is two windings over here, as we are given a single phase supply only. Now these are the pictures. The similar to the three phase induction motor, the single phase induction motor also have two main parts. Number one, stator and rotor. Now let's look about the stator in a single phase induction motor. So in stator the only difference is due to a stator winding. The stator winding in single phase induction motor, instead of three phase, it is a single phase. The stator core is same as that of a core of a three phase induction motor. In single phase induction motor there are two winding. The point to be remembered while we are studying and while we are discussing the single phase is only the thing that there are two windings, TW2 in number. Number one winding which is called the main winding, and the second is auxiliary winding. Okay, there are two windings are used in a stator except in shaded pole induction motor. This is the exception while these theories go on. Out of these two windings, one winding is the main winding and the second winding is auxiliary winding, as we already talked about. The stator core is laminated to reduce eddy current losses and hysteresis losses. The single phase supply is given to the stator winding. That means here the stator windings are named as the main winding. Now move toward the rotor. Rotor of the single phase induction motor is again same like a rotor of the squirrel cage induction motor. Instead of rotor winding करण्याच्या ऐवजी तिथे बार प्रोव्हाइड केले जातात for the connection purposes, and these two are short circuited at the end. Rotor bars are used and it is short circuited at the end by end rings. ठीक आहे, हे पहा, ह्या दोन्ही साईडला ह्या एंड रिंग्स आणि हे बार्स. ठीक आहे. It makes the complete path in the rotor circuit, which gives the complete path in the rotor circuit. Rotor आणि stator मध्ये air gaps असतात. The rotor bars are bracket to the end rings to increase the mechanical strength असे, आणि काही skewed पण असतात. The rotor slots are skewed at some angle to avoid magnetic coupling. Coupling या शब्दाचा अर्थ कनेक्शन. मॅग्नेटिक कनेक्शन एकमेकांमध्ये होऊ नये ते अवॉइड करण्यासाठी सुद्धा त्यांना असं स्क्यूड नेचर दिलेलं असतं. अँड इट इज ऑल्सो यूज्ड टू मेक अ मोटर रन स्मूथ अँड क्वाइट. The following figure shows the stator and rotor of a single phase. Here the rotor, squirrel cage, and the stator. The windings of stator is called main winding. Working of single phase induction motor. As we give a single phase AC supply to the stator winding, that is the main winding, the alternating current will flow through the stator winding, which produces alternating flux, and these flux are called main flux. Now we assume that already rotating rotor is placed in a magnetic field produced by a stator winding. म्हणजे एका स्टेटर मध्ये एखादा ऑलरेडी रोटेट करत असणारा रोटर ठेवला तर According to Faraday's law, the current starts flowing in the rotor circuit. It is a closed path. This current is called a rotor current. Due to the rotor current, the flux produced around the rotor winding, these flux are called rotor flux. There are two fluxes, main flux which is produced by stator and the second flux which is produced by a rotor. Okay. Interaction between this main flux and a rotor flux, they produces the torque in the rotor and rotor start rotating. The stator field is alternating in nature because we are supplying the AC supply single phase. The speed of the stator field is the same as the synchronous speed. The synchronous speed of the motor, it depends upon number of poles and supply frequency. It can be represented by two revolving fields. These fields are equal in magnitude and rotating opposite in direction. Let's say phi m is the maximum flux or maximum field induced in the main windings, that is stator. So this field is divided into two equal parts, phi m by 2, phi m by 2. Out of these two fields, one field phi f field is rotating in anticlockwise direction and phi b is rotating in clockwise direction. Therefore, the resultant field is 0 because both are getting cancelled to each other, positive and negative. They get nullify each other. So, resultant should be 0. Now, consider the resultant field at a different instant. आपण असं म्हणूया की एक क्लॉकवाईज फिरतं एक दुसरा अँटी क्लॉकवाईज फिरतं त्याच्यामुळे 0 होत आहे. तर आपण दुसरी सिच्युएशन घेऊया. When the motor starts, two fields are induces as shown in the figure. हे phi b आणि phi f असं म्हणूया. These two fields are the same in magnitude but opposite in direction. अपोजिट असतील तर एकाला पॉझिटिव्ह आणि एकाला निगेटिव्ह ट्रीट करणार आपण आणि रिझल्टंट काय होणार 0 येणार. इन दिस कंडिशन रिझल्टंट 0 येतं म्हणजे टॉर्क डेव्हलप बाय द फील्ड आर 0. देअरफॉर रोटर कॅन नॉट बी रोटेट बट इट प्रोड्युसेस हमिंग नॉईज. करंट पास होतोय ना त्याच्यातून म्हणून. नाउ द थर्ड सिच्युएशन हिअर. नाउ कन्सिडर आफ्टर अ रोटेशन ऑफ 90 both field are rotated and pointing in the same direction. म्हणजे दोघांची डायरेक्शन एक आहे and magnitude मध्ये ऑलरेडी ते इक्वल आहे. Then the resultant flux is the summation of both the fields. That is resultant field is equal to phi f plus phi b. Field आणि mean दोघांचा resultant. So the phi r is equal to phi m by 2 plus phi m by 2. In this condition, the resultant field is equal to phi m. Sorry, here is it wrong over here. Okay. Maximum. In this condition, the resultant field is equal to the maximum field induced by a stator. Now both fields rotate separately and it is alternative in nature. So both fields cut by the rotor circuit and EMF induced in the rotor conductor. Due to this EMF, the current starts flowing in the rotor circuit and it induces rotor flux. Due to the interaction between stator flux and rotor flux, motor continues to rotate. This theory is called double revolving theory or double field revolving theory. Now, from our discussions, we can conclude that the single phase induction motor is not self-starting. To make this motor self-starting motor, we need stator flux rotate in nature instead of alternating in nature. This can be done by various methods. One of the popular method should be capacitor starts. The single phase induction motor can be classified according to their starting methods. Okay, number 1, split phase induction motor, shaded pole induction motor, capacitor start induction motor, capacitor start, capacitor run induction motor, permanent capacitor induction motor. Out of these classes, we are interested, or as per our syllabus, we are going to discuss only about the split phase induction motor and capacitor start, capacitor run induction motor. So first, we are up to split phase induction motor. In this type of a motor, an extra winding is wounded on the same core of the stator. So there are two windings in the stator itself. One winding is called main winding or running winding. Another name of a main winding is running winding, and the second winding is called starting winding or auxiliary winding. A centrifugal switch is connected in series with auxiliary winding. See this figure? Okay, this is auxiliary windings and this is main winding, and the centrifugal switch is connected in series with the auxiliary winding. Remember that point. The auxiliary winding is highly resistive winding and the main winding is highly inductive in nature. The auxiliary winding has few turns with small diameter. The aim of the auxiliary winding is to create phase difference between both flux produced by the main winding and rotor winding. ऑक्झिलरी वाइंडिंग का दिली आहे बाबा, तर फेज डिफरन्स क्रिएट करण्यासाठी. ठीक आहे, कोणामध्ये फेज डिफरन्स निर्माण करायचा आहे, तर मेन वाइंडिंग आणि रोटर वाइंडिंगच्या दोघांमध्ये फेज डिफरन्स निर्माण करायचा आहे. ठीक आहे. दिस इज सर्किट फॉर स्प्लिट फेज इंडक्शन मोटर. द कनेक्शन डायग्राम इज शोन अबव. द करंट फ्लोइंग थ्रू द मेन वाइंडिंग इज IM, मेन करंट असं म्हणूया. M स्टँड फॉर मेन. And the current flowing through the auxiliary winding is IA, auxiliary. Both windings are parallel and supplied by a voltage V. So the reference vector over here is V. The auxiliary winding is highly resistive. So the current IA is almost in phase with supply voltage. Both are in phase. The main windings is highly inductive in nature. So the current IM lag behind the supply voltage with large angle. The total stator flux is induced by a resultant current of these two windings. These two means main and auxiliary. As shown in the phasor diagram, the resultant current is represented by I. This is the I parallelogram completed. It will create a phase difference between flux and resultant flux, which produces a rotating magnetic field and the motor start rotating. Auxiliary windings only uses to start the motor. The purpose of using auxiliary winding is to start. Once the motor starts, then there is no use of auxiliary winding. This winding is not useful in running condition. When the motor reaches up to 75 to 80% of synchronous speed, the centrifugal switch opens. So the auxiliary winding is out from the circuit and motor runs only on main windings. The phase difference created this method is very small. Hence the starting torque of this motor is poor. So this motor is used in low starting torque applications like fan, blower, grinder, mixer, pumps, etc. Second is capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor. In this type of a motor, two capacitors are connected in parallel with series in auxiliary winding. Here, if you're talking about the capacitor, both are in parallel, but a centrifugal switch is in series with a capacitor. Out of these two capacitors, one capacitor is used only for starting as a starting capacitor and another capacitor is connected permanently with a motor, means running capacitor. हे all चालतच राहील running capacitor आणि starting फक्त start करेल and then it will be shut off. The circuit diagram is shown below. Again there are two winding, main winding and auxiliary winding. Here like in split phase induction motor, there is a centrifugal switch, but twist is here. Here we are using two capacitors. One is for starting purpose and one is for running purpose. That's why the type of motor is capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor. Okay, the name itself gives the idea about the circuit diagram. The starting capacitor have high capacitance value and running capacitance has a low capacitance value. Why? Because the starting capacitor must have to give a starting torque for the rotor windings. The starting capacitor is connected in series with a centrifugal switch that will open when the speed of the motor is 70% of synchronous speed. During the running condition, both running windings and auxiliary winding are connected with motor. The starting torque and efficiency of this motor are very high. Therefore, this can be used in the application where high starting torque is required, like a refrigerator, air conditioner, ceiling fans, and compressor circuit, etc.